What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Feast, episode 82, the show where you submit replays and we cast them. I am Delthius. How's it going, guys? A little bit earlier than we planned on tonight. I didn't realize Saki was trying to get a Tooth and Tail League show going on, but no problem. People were expecting to see it at 8. There'll be a nice, juicy VOD for them there. I've been doing really good. Let me make sure everything on my end is okay. It looks like it is. That is nice. Yeah, I've been doing great, man. Mishi plays this game. What's up, Master Stealth? Where are your replays at, man? Dude, I've actually gotten a ton of replays lately, so thank you very much, everybody. If you submitted, you weren't on the show tonight, I'll get to you eventually. I think I've got like 30 or 40 in the backlog, which is super awesome. But yeah, we got Tooth and Tail League coming up tonight. That's going to be super cool. So lots of Tooth and Tail content on this Friday evening. So we will go through a few replays and give Sakia that host-ceroni and check out the competitive league. So yeah, I guess without any further ado, I should probably just hop into it, huh? They're in my spam folder, Alright guys, let us check it out. So I wanted to start with this game tonight. It's from the Pocketbot Cup on Monday. And Mishi and Kerpa both submitted it to me. So it's probably going to be pretty awesome. Let's hop into it now. Alright, in the bottom, we've got Mr. Mishi. And his opponent to the left, Kerpa. So both these guys, old school players. Mishi, during his prime days, was a top tournament contender. He hasn't been playing as much lately, but it's nice to see him poking in and saying hi to everybody and playing a couple matches when he can. I think he's getting his PhD right now, so he's a super busy guy. So yeah, let's see how they play this out. I like that we got double woof coming up. That's pretty sweet. A little bit of difference in the tier 2 here. Kerpa with the moles. Mishi trying out the barbed wire, which is kind of an interesting pick. Barbed wire is a lot of fun, but moles are so good at the moment. I feel like that kind of makes barbed wire a little worse, but let's see if Mishi can make it happen this game. He's also rocking the chameleon, so I like this a lot. This is kind of an off-meta deck coming out of Mishi here, and it's really cool to see, man. Especially at high-level play, guys showing off that, you know, you can do other things than squirrel, mole, toad, and still be competitive. So Kerpa got a little bit of a sneaky warren out on Mishi here in the early game. Let's see if Mishi can respond. He sells off that warren. He loses a little bit of food because the squirrel managed to get a single shot off on it, but not the biggest deal in the world. The real thing here is if Mishi can keep all these pigs alive. 2 squirrels coming in. Is it gonna be enough? It looks like barely gets it. Nice pickup there from Kerpa. And the squirrels are continuing to rally, but I think Kerpa will just go home from there, yeah. So I'd say a little bit of an edge for Kerpa in the early game. It looked like farms kind of came out around the same time. However, Kerpa didn't take his 8th farm. Instead, he went for the second warren. So I think he wants to try to maximize on the damage that he's already dealt to Mishi and keep the pressure on here in the early game. These single pieces of barbed wire are really going to help out against continued squirrel aggression here coming out of Kerpa. Mishi floating a lot of money. He's going straight to the wolf. Mishi, the madman here, going to try to use the barbed wire to buffer and keep Kerpa out of it. Meanwhile, Kerpa's playing a bit more tried and true methodology here. You know, a few tier 1 warrens, getting that expansion on the back end of it. He sees that tier 3 warren now. He knows the wolf has been thrown down. Is Mishi going to change it up? No, he's going to keep the tier 3. Typically, not typically, but a lot of times what you'll see when you do something super risky, like an incredibly early tier 3 like that, is after your opponent scouts it, you know, you tech switch into a bunch of squirrels. But Mishi is really hoping that this barbed wire will be enough to help him here against this fight. It's 2 squirrels and 9. More squirrels are popping out here for Mishi, but Kerpa gets up on the high ground, is not going to worry about that barbed wire at all. Is already doing some decent damage to Mishi. 2 warrens going down. And nice job from Kerpa pulling his commander back right when his HP was starting to get to that critical low amount. You know, you lose your commander in a situation like that, and the tide will turn very, very quickly. But the wolf is here! The wolf is on the way! But like 30-40 more seconds, and it's gonna be on the board. Can Mishi hang on long enough? And then when the wolf comes out, is it gonna be powerful enough to deal with this squirrel mole follow-up coming out of Kerpa here? You know, Kerpa didn't really commit to that expansion. He only took 1 farm on it, so he's really, really focused on this squirrel mole attack here. And so far, so good. I mean, he's continuing to do damage. He's taken out 4 Warrens, a couple pigs as well. But the wolf is almost here. Is it gonna matter, though? Is this too much damage? Mishi, I believe. Alright, Chameleon coming up. Mishi's taking some critical blows. But now he's got the wolf. The wolf can help Mishi recover economically a little bit, as it's gonna double the production rate of these pigs here. But does he have the units? These moles should be able to break through this barbed wire pretty efficiently. Kerpa pushing through. This wolf has to stay alive. Squirrels with a wolf buff are pretty badass. I don't know, man. This is a lot of damage, though. I want to believe in the tier 3 rush. It looks like Mishi will push Kerpa back for the time being, but it's 3 farms to 9. That is not a spot you want to be. I don't think Mishi can even really try to rebuild farms at this point, right? Like, does he just try to muster up whatever army he can afford and hope that the wolf buff is going to be enough to get in there and do some counter damage? Nice micro from Mishi, trying to keep this wolf alive, and now he's starting to get that payoff from the steroid that wolf provides. All of his units coming back and doing a ton of damage with that increased movement speed, increased attack speed, and Mishi is on the aggression now. Finally getting in here and dealing some counter damage. Oh my god. Oh my god, Mishi. Oh, that 5 HP wolf! Alright, he gets out for now. Good lord. 1 farm to 5. Like, just mathematically, this is looking really, really good for Kerpa. I don't know, man. This is it. This is Mishi's final hurrah. I mean, army values are actually pretty similar here, to be honest. If Mishi's got some good micro with this Chameleon, if he can keep this wolf alive, 3 HP, the wolf finally goes down. These units still have that buff for the time being. Is this going to be enough damage to finish Kerpa off? I don't think so. Mishi's got to retreat, and I wouldn't be surprised. Well, maybe not. Like, he can sell the Wolf Warren, I guess. Try to rebuild some farms. Oof. This is a rough spot to be in. This follow attack from Kerpa looks pretty good, though. Keep in mind, Kerpa's economy is not the greatest at this point either. You know, but he's definitely had an economic lead for quite some time. Mishi still was able to get some really surprising trades out of that fast wolf. Alright, is this Chameleon gonna have what it takes to provide the necessary defense here for Mishi to stay alive? One farming farm, I should say, to 3. This does show 2 up there on the counter, but that's including this farm that's still in production. Oh man, this is my favorite type of tooth and tail match right here, man. When it's like 6-7 minutes in, where normally it's like we got 2 base play, we got these enormous armies, but it's just been so damn scrappy that these guys barely have anything to their names. This one Chameleon from Mishi, now he's able to afford a second one. That's actually a pretty big deal. And now Mishi has the economic lead, surprisingly. 2 farms to 1. Keep in mind that 3rd farm is still building, but it'll be here in just a second. That last farm went out, so it's going to be 2 farms to 1. 2 Chameleons here, though. That looks pretty good. Nice target fire. 1 Chameleon goes down, but I think it was absolutely worth it. Is this going to trigger Mishi to try to deal some additional damage to Kerpa here? Kerpa sells down a Warren. Makes sense to me. You know, the economies are so small in situations like this. You really got to sell off those Warrens and just try to afford whatever you can. And somehow, some way, on the back of some Chameleons, which a lot of high-level players, including myself, have said, you know, lately probably haven't been the best tier 2 unit to select, but they're doing phenomenal here. I think this is kind of the situations where Chameleons really shine, though, like in these small, scrappy engagements. And Mishi somehow managed to take that game. That was freaking insane, dude. That was a great match. Whew. Okay. Alright. What's up, guys? If you're just joining us, I feasted a little bit early tonight as we have Tooth and Tail League coming up here in just a bit. So I wanted to... I've been saying for like a week now I would do this tonight, so I still wanted to do this tonight, but not overlap with the Tooth and Tail League. So we're gonna bust right through them. Let's hop into match number 2. Alright, spawning on the left, we've got Blue Coon. And his opponent to the right, No Shelter. Alright, a couple other names that have been in the scene for quite some time. Blue Coon rocking the balloon artillery cannon. We haven't seen a lot of artillery cannon lately. We saw Amari utilize the artillery cannon very nicely in the Jet Erickson tournament, which I need to upload that VOD. Maybe I'll do that after I finish the show tonight. I forgot to highlight it in time, and it disappeared off my past broadcasts. So yeah, I will get that up on Tooth and Tail TV, so it doesn't just sit in my hard drive without anybody able to see it. If you guys didn't see that tournament live, it was really cool. Jet Erickson pitched out to the community to make some custom maps. Him and I voted on the best ones, and we did a 1v1 tournament on those, and it was a lot of fun, man. I think there's a lot of potential for the custom maps in Tooth and Tail. One of the things that keeps this game so fresh is the random map generation, but having some like nice, balanced, well-designed maps, you know, from guys who are really experienced in map making, like Sakuya. He has boasted before that he's one of the stronger map makers for several years in another game, and he loves that kind of stuff. And he made some very nice maps for the tournament. A little bit of mole shenanigans there, but no harm, no foul, really. No Shelters kind of plops his Warren down right around the same time Blue Coon does. Blue Coon just kind of, you know, takes it off, just says, well, whatever, I was bluffing anyways. And the game is going to progress. Blue Coon with no squirrels, no toads, just going straight lizard mole. It could work. He's going to be very happy that his opponent doesn't have toads in this situation, but even if he did, in theory, he could try to use the moles to soak those toad hits. And I love the boar. I feel like the boar is a little underutilized lately, as Tier 1 is so popular. The boar does very nicely against that. We even saw in the 2v2 Bazaar tournament, the boar kind of doing nicely against the Badger, which was kind of surprising to me. The player with the boar ended up losing that match, but I don't think I think he overextended. Like, he tried to get the boar bomb instead of bringing it back and healing. But the boar versus Badger, I'd like to see more of that, to be honest, to make up my mind on that matchup, because, you know, on paper, you think the Badger is going to win that, no problem, but, you know, the boar gets in there, takes out all the units that are buffering for the Badger very, very quickly, and then all of a sudden, you know, your big Tier 1 army is left over to focus down that Badger, so it can work. Pretty big macro game here, and it looks like No Shelter is getting the better end of it. Blue Coon hasn't seen the expansion yet. He sees it now. He doesn't see exactly how many farms are on it, but he gets enough of a read to determine, okay, I'm just going to macro up. In situations like this, where both players decide to go for a very quick expansion, it's kind of like the greedier player comes out ahead. You know, you really need to be watching what your opponent's doing, because a lot of guys, especially, you know, mind game heavy guys like the Gentleman, will come in, you know, build a bunch of farms like this, let you scout, and then sell those all off and build lizard warrens and stuff. So is actually a lot more strategic than it might look like at first glance when you have a very quick expo game. You constantly have to be keeping tabs on how many farms your opponent's taking. Try to stay one step ahead. You know, if they have like 4 farms, you want to be on 5. You know, you don't want to necessarily go up to 8 if you see them on 4, you know what I mean? Because then you might get ran over. Did No Shelter scout that Tier 3? He did, so he knows the boar is on the way. And Blue Coon's trying to get this artillery cannon down to maybe buffer and buy himself a little more time for that Tier 3. Man, No Shelter is being super, super greedy here. I think his game plan is to try to set up some balloons, get a huge 3-base economy up as quickly as possible, and macro into like 3 or 4 owls, you know, as best he can. Where is Peeboo? Maybe he didn't know about the show tonight. I didn't remind him. I probably should have. But yeah, man, I got a ton of replays. I might do another show more often. I think last time I did one of these was like a month ago. But like I said, man, you guys send me replays. I will do the feasts. Can't really do it on the schedule like I used to anymore. My weeknights are actually pretty damn packed. Like, I get home from work and I play music for about 2 or 3 hours. By the time I get done with that, it's like 9:30. You know, I'll play video games for like an hour, go to bed. But that's been going really good, man. I've been taking drum lessons from the drummer of Iced Earth, and dude, that's been so good. I've been playing for 14 years. I wish I could go back to teenage Delthius, shake him, and be like, take freaking lessons, man, because I've learned a lot. But anyways, man, back into this game. The boar is up and running, but no, it's 20-20 farbs. I didn't even realize Blue Coon took this third base down here. This is like the exact polar opposite of the game we just watched. Where Mishi was like, you know what, I'm going to sell my Warrens to go 8 farm Wolf and then somehow come out on top against a very aggressive Kerpa. That was such a close game, man. And I really feel like the Chameleons, you know, shined a lot harder than I thought they would there. So is Blue Coon aware of the Owl Warrens? Is the question. You know, he's kind of hanging out. What is he's building multiple boars? Yeah, okay. I guess in theory, like, you have enough boars, they just roast all the mice. You know what I'm saying? You know, Blue Coon should get some snakes going on to help deal with those owls, I feel like. The lizards are the only thing in his comp that can touch him at the moment. Dude, this game's crazy. We haven't had a major engagement at all. And players are already 20+ farms, working on their 4th bases. I've never seen somebody go for 4 boars. I'm so hyped for this. Like, this game is a meme, dude. What's even happening anymore? 5 boars, you know, because why not? Like, if you're gonna get 4 boars, you might as well get 5. It just makes sense. I don't know, like, does boar... I don't think the flamethrower damage stacks, does it? Somebody in the chat kind of nerds out on stuff like that harder than I do. Knows? Let me know. If I had to guess, I would say it wouldn't stack. It would just have a larger area of effect as you have more boars shooting more flamethrowers. But if it does stack, nah, I think if it stacked, we would know about it, right? 'Cause that would be some crazy damage. Dude, 5 boars, come on. I think I've casted around... Oh, God. I don't even know anymore. Like, around 1,000 replays? And I've never seen 5 boars. So, this is a new one for me. Thank you very much, Blue Coon. I like a variety of games on Tooth. See, the thing is, it's not... Like, I was gonna say I like silly games, but I don't know if I would go as far as to really say this is a silly game. I mean, this is just a kind of macro war. We got a Cold War situation going on here. Neither player really wants to attack into the other one, and you can't blame them because the defender's advantage is gonna kick in for the defender, right? So you're gonna be at a little bit of a, you know, geez, why am I mind blanking? You're gonna be at a little bit of a disadvantage. There's the word. If you try to attack in, especially with Blue Coon having all this artillery cannon here and balloons. I like that No Shelter sold those balloons. He doesn't really need them anymore. A really strong move, in my opinion. Like, if you're both kind of macroing up and you see one player going for defense, you could just go ahead and sell all your defense because they've invested into that, you know, structures that's not going to impact their mobile army. So you can therefore just kind of invest in a better, stronger army and be ahead if they try to attack. But man, we've got them here. We got 5 boars. See, the thing that's worrying me is the falcons. But 54 lizards is also a thing. Dude, this is a crazy game. Here we go. The owls are coming in. Let's see these flamethrowers in action. Oh, I didn't even realize that the winter skin pack had some effects on the boar. That was awesome, dude. Dude, look at that. That looks amazing. With the unicorn boar has a really cool like rainbow flamethrower too, but I like this one a lot. Little snowflakes and stuff in it. That was badass. All right, here we go. Dude, these mice can't do anything. Yeah, like a couple moles are going down, but what I'm really worried about here is the falcons. But 54 lizards is the thing. Oh, can the lizards pounce on these falcons? That might be the move to make when No Shelter's trying to be cocky coming out here and harassing with these falcons, man. You just pounce on them with these lizards. Blue Coon's gonna go for it. Dude, what even is this game anymore? All right, here we go. Lizards are committing. They're dropping like flies, but are they doing enough damage to the falcons is the question. I have no idea what's even happening anymore. The boar is moving in. The boar is all still alive, doing a ton of damage to these mice. and those lizards got obliterated. About half the falcons died as well. The lizards are going to reproduce a lot faster than falcons and get back on the board very, very quickly. No Shelter's going to have to wait a little bit longer, but as I say that, the falcons actually are coming out pretty quick, so maybe not. I think the big issue here, actually, to be honest, is that Blue Coon really needs to sell off some of these Tier 1 warrants. Like, he just doesn't have the food anymore to rebuild 50 lizards. He's got to, you know, maybe rebuild 35 or something. 31, 34. No, wait. 30 or 33. Math is hard. Okay. Dude, all these boars still alive. All the owls still alive. I don't know, man. I feel like No Shelter has the better comp, right? Because the falcons? Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, can you just kind of try... well, I was going to say maybe Blue Coon could try to flank attack with these lizards, but they're the only thing that's buffering against the Air Force here from No Shelter. So I'm not so sure, man. Alright, No Shelter getting a little more aggressive, starting to come in, do a little bit of damage with these mice, but I still don't think they've really actually secured any kills on structures or warrens or anything like that. Alright, this match might go on for a little bit, and we're trying to get to quite a few games tonight very, very quickly, so we do a little bit of fast-forward action. Well, this is definitely a new one. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Alright, man. We've almost eaten up all the resources on the map. This is going to be a starvation game. Both players are very smartly not macroing too hard on that last base. You know, you kind of want to take one farm at a time to prevent yourself from starving out. The moles got sold. I think that's a smart move. You know, Blue Coon really needs to focus on being able to hit that air. I like that Blue Coon's actually taking advantage of healing his units in the water as well. I don't think enough players are still doing that, to be honest. Like, I know it's only come in on this last patch, but you got big bulky units like this, man. Put them in that water, let them heal up. Oh, can No Shelter get in here? Just so much of what Blue Coon's bringing to the table cannot hit the real deadly parts of this army. Like, all the owls are fine. One boar finally went down, but they've had a wonderful showing here, to say the least. Ooh, another boar dropping. The falcons are starting to be in mass enough. There's not enough lizards left on the table. And I think No Shelter's finally going to break through. All the boars go down, but it was a really cool game. Submitted by Blue Coon, so I always love to see when people submit games even though they lose when they're super cool like that. Great game. Nicely done. The 5 badgers, or the 5 boars rather, was pretty cool to see in action. She may not need them, but they are glorious, says Galara. Dude, I agree 100%. Alright, let's keep it going into a free-for-all. Alright, in the bottom we have SwaggerGod06. To the left of him, very, very close, we've got River Rain. In the top we've got Illuminatus. And to the right we've got Blue Coon. Actually had a free-for-all, I think, with like Chip and Arbuzz and stuff in it. I should have included that tonight, but I did not. I put the show together very, very quickly. Again, man, I have a huge archive of replays already. So thank you very much, everybody, for submitting. Really helps motivate me to keep making content and watch some awesome games with you wonderful nerds. Okay, we're in the early stages of a free-for-all. This is looking pretty good for Illuminatus or Blue Coon. Unfortunately, River Rain and SwaggerGod being so close together, you know, they're going to have to butt heads very, very quickly. And, oh my god, what if SwaggerGod just put an artillery cannon right here on the ledge? Typically in the free-for-all, the player that gets kind of left alone to their own devices usually comes out on top. You know, imagine blue and green down here fight each other. Let's say green wins, but he's going to be wounded you know, compared to red and yellow if they haven't really been skirmishing. But blue is not messing around. He doesn't care about Swagger God right next to him. He's going to come in and mole rush Blue Coon, who's not ready for it. He tries to build some turrets in time, but doesn't quite get there. This looks like it's working. River Rain is trying to be careful, get a couple more moles out. Every mole in this situation really, really matters. And no, he just decides to turn around. I think that was going really good for him, but decides to back out, come back home, and take it from there. Swagger God trying to get a quick expansion, as well as Illuminatus, but this map looks so good for Illuminatus, man. He's got... I just now looked at his deck, though. Toad, Mole, Ferret, and Wolf. Let's go, boys. That looks so funny to me. Dude, Toads are actually... Okay, like, imagine if Eel kind of gets left alone for a little bit, right? He's able to get his Expo. Oh my god, though. Swagger God hasn't built any units yet, and he tries to go full 16 farms on that Gristmill. River Rain says, I don't think so. Comes in with some squirrels to start putting the herd on. But what was I saying about Illuminatus? Oh yeah, imagine he can kind of get up, you know, some expansion territory up here. And he looks like he's not being too greedy about it, you know, just taking a couple farms, getting some defense set up. But you build, like, I don't know the exact number, Peeboo probably would, something like 18 Toads. And you could literally just march them in and just blow up the Gristmill and be like, what's up? It's not cost effective, but it's awesome. And if you have a good economy, you could totally get away with doing that in multiplayer. You don't really see that as much in 1v1. Dude, this Toad Mole just kind of ran over these squirrels. I don't know if that was a cost-effective trade, but it certainly got the job done of pushing River Rain back off of Illuminatus. Meanwhile, Blue Coon just going for double owl here, dude. These are the kind of matches I like to see. We got some crazy nonsense going on already. Hey, we got the gentleman in the chat. What's up, man? Started a little early tonight as Sakuya is doing some TNT League here in a little bit, so I still wanted to get a show out because I said I would. So we're trying to get it going ASAP. Which I'm sure you're not complaining about, Gent, because you're over in the Europe land, so earlier TnTTV the better. Man, this game is bananas already. Swagger is trying to get that boar. I think he should maybe be okay. 18 to 12, but defender's advantage. But yeah, River Rain coming in here, taking a very nice trade. Backs out, though. Got a little expansion of his own going on. And owl number 1 is already here for Blue Coon. Eel's getting that ferret, man. Dude, wolf buff toads, alright? Think about it. You get like 2 woofs. You get a handful of toads. Buff up all the toads, run them into a Gristmill. Boom. Roasted. Alright, alright. We are going to fast forward quite a bit tonight through the lulls so we can get this show done ASAP. Alright, owl number 2 is here. The boar's on the way. And looking pretty even for everybody, unfortunately, besides Swagger God, who wasn't really able to get a second base up, but he's going to try again now. A little bit of trying to harass with this ferret, but Eel is probably not happy to see those mice coming in, as toads are very cost ineffective against mice, as you're blowing up on free units, and that's normally not a good thing. But Blue Coon's not just going to pick on Eel. He's coming down here. He's spreading that mice love around, throwing up all over everybody. Blech. Dude, Blue Coon literally just attacked all 3 people. Even though he only machine gunned that Warren a little bit. Oh, this mouse still doing it? Wait, what's going on over here? River Rain, taking that little sneaky plateau. Gonna attack from the river. Oh, and it's right out of vision for Eel. Oh, that's glorious. Dude, this Air Force army from Blue Coon is just gonna get more dangerous and more deadly as the game goes on. You know, Eel actually can't do anything to Blue Coon's army. He's got nothing that can hit air besides his balloons here. The boar is up and running for Swagger God, which, as we saw last game, can do pretty nicely against the owls. Ooh, target fire going down. Let's see who's going to come out on the Falcon War. Looks like Blue Coon's got more, but he's running away. And it's going to make River Rain clean that up very nicely. This mole attack got busted. Nice try. Where did Gristmill just go down? Oh, but as that's happening, dude, beautiful play from River Run. He's got those bulls up there to kind of distract Eel, and then manages to come in here and deny a base on the back of it. But can River deal with this army of Blue Coon, who's got a fully saturated second base, and just a very high-tech, high-quality Air Force coming down? It looks like he's gonna go for the killing blow on River Rain, but all his Falcons get taken out by Swagger God. And these Owls, oh my god, if he loses these Owls, that's absolutely huge. He does indeed. It looks like his commander died during that skirmish, so he was not able to micro those units back. That is a big blow there, delivered by Swagger God. And Swagger God's army is actually looking pretty damn good. I was not expecting him to be in a decent spot at this point. Alright, Blue Coon's still hanging on. The problem here, though, for blue and green is that red and yellow have these fully saturated second bases. Eel is just trying to hang on, man. Eel's strategy is to just kind of dissuade his opponents through the use of defensive structures to attack him. He's like, hey, man, don't attack me. You're going to have to go through all these balloons and the barbed wire. You know, attack somebody else. It'll be easier for both of us. Alright, let's keep it fast forwarding. Keep it moving and grooving, guys. Blue Coon's got some more Owls up. 2 already here, a 3rd one on the way. Jacoby in the chat, rooting for Swagger God, man. I'm with you. I'm on Team Swagger. I don't know if it's gonna happen though, man. I like his army comp, but it's just not very big. Like Eel, you gotta keep in mind with this graph, it's counting all that defense. Eel did manage to get his woof out, which is nice. Dude, I want to see woof woof toads, man. Just run into something. If I was Eel, man, I'd build like 30 toads and just gank that Gristmill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is kind of a problem for blue. Like, when he tries to move out, Eel could just backstab him. Oh my god. But Eel doesn't necessarily know that. Well, actually, he's got really good vision with the balloons. Yeah, he knows that's undefended. Get it! Get it, Eel! Meanwhile, Blue Coon attacking Swagger God again, but only going to use his mice. Eel's just going to siege from a distance. He's got 6 ferrets here. Those pigs kind of delayed how fast they were taking things down. But now that the pigs are gone, the Gristmill's gone as well. Blue Coon is not out of the game, though. He's got 2 more Gristmills. He's got one that he can actually get some resources off of. The boar is destroyed by Swagger God. Oh, what happened there? Oh, okay, that Gristmill went down. That makes sense. Things are not looking good for Swagger God. But River Rain with the backstab on Eel. That Gristmill's not super critical. That's a lot of balloons, man. But if River Rain could get in here and knock out that Gristmill, which isn't really guarded, he gets some work done. But he needs to stay alive, however, as Blue Coon's coming knocking on his front door. And he does have a campfire, so this wouldn't kill him, but this base is pretty important for him. Eel's going to take this opportunity to move out and try to knock blue out of the game. Meanwhile, everybody's kind of very nicely leaving Swagger God alone down here. He's trying to reestablish himself, but he's kind of... Blue and green are not looking so good here. Eel might actually come out on top. Yeah, blue is eliminated by... Well, River Rain is eliminated by Blue Coon. I guess calling them by the colors when you have a guy named Blue Coon is a little bit confusing. Dude, these balloons are doing a lot of work. Knocking out all the Falcons. Is Illuminatus gonna win this game? These Owls gonna try to come in here and knock this out. They should be able to eventually, since Eel can't hurt air with his army. But all Eel has to do is knock out that Gristmill. And here he goes, Eel moving in for the kills. He's gonna prioritize knocking out Blue Coon as he's the one attacking him at the moment. And Blue Coon is gonna be eliminated. Blood everywhere. Metal. And that is it. Illuminatus wins this. Oh, wait. Oh, green still has 1 Gristmill left. Okay, I was kind of expecting it to end right there. But Illuminatus takes the match. Very nice. He's going to have to hunt around and find that last Gristmill. But he's going to see it now. Really cool free-for-all game. I was not expecting him to win since he couldn't hurt those flying units, but those balloons in bulk, man, really got the job done. Okay, keep it going, guys. Game 4. Let's do it. In the bottom, we have Cold Warp Gates. And his opponent up top, March Faster. Alright, really cool to see March Faster around. He's an old school name. Cold Warp Gates has been around long enough, I guess, for me to call him old school now, too. So yeah, good players on both sides of the table here. Cold Warp Gates with no squirrel, no toad, no mole, man. He's gonna say, take your meta and shove it. I'm gonna go 3 defense, some Falcon Owl. Dude, this Falcon Owl combo is super strong. Oh, Cold Warp Gate's gonna go for the contain for the proxy turrets. March Faster needs to see this ASAP, and he's not going to be able to as he's out scouting about on the map. There is a little audio cue when the gristmill finishes, if you're really listening closely. Now he sees it, but I think it's too late. He's going to try to throw some Warrens down. That's not the spot for the Warren. There you go. That turret shouldn't be in range, but the next one up definitely will be. It's got to get barely. Okay, he's not super worried about hitting the pigs. He just wants to create a situation here that's going to make it easy for him to retreat to and keep the pressure on. Ferrets, however, from March Faster is exactly what he needs. And March Faster actually able to get all 8 of his farms up as well. Going to be really good for him here. Ooh, and the balloon Warren coming down. Nice adjustment there from Warp Gates. This balloon should be up in time. March Faster needs to take that balloon out, but he doesn't quite have enough units. He needs to get the right engagement. I like him fighting in the water here, trying to take advantage of that water healing. And the balloon's gonna get up. Oh, barely. Oh my god. This might already be it. Doof, man. This ferret's gonna be able to deal with these turrets. Maybe clear enough room for March Faster's Tier 1 to come in here and try and get out this squirrel. He sold the balloon! I don't think he meant to do that. I think he just meant to sell the turret. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Cold Warp Gates. Dude, I do not think he meant to do that. That's rough. That was basically checkmate, man. Maybe he did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he just kind of read it and was like, okay, he's got too many squirrels out here. I'm just gonna, you know, go home and try to play out a normal game from here. But I don't know. What do you think, gentlemen? March could have just expanded. That's true. I feel like he didn't mean to do that, but maybe he did. Oh, that spot right there would be so dope for a balloon. Alright, March Faster moving in. This balloon is going to deal some damage, but it's not really defended. There's enough squirrels here to target fire down this. Well, as I say that, the lizard's coming in. And that balloon's just barely going to live. Some really good value there for Cold Warp Gates, killing both those Tier 2, trading pretty nicely with the Tier 1. Dude, we've had some crazy submissions tonight, man. Yeah, that's true. A gentleman points out in the chat that March Faster could have just expanded over. That contain really becomes more of a checkmate situation when it's like they can't get out of it. You know what I mean? Like imagine you're kind of cornered in with terrain on all sides, and I block off your only exit. You know, that's when it's really, really deadly. But still, I think that was turning out fairly nicely for Warp Gates. March Faster's got the toads. I'm a little bit worried about that, as Cold only has the lizards in his army. But no, Cold Warp Gates is going to go for the base race here. He's got 11 lizards. This should be able to do it. Taking a ton of gristmills. He needs to go right now, though, as March Faster is hip to what's going on. With the army coming back, I don't know if he's going to quite have enough. I think he might have had to kill a couple pigs for this to work. Yeah, as you can see, the lizards weren't able to... The army of March Faster didn't really help too much there. But if he had more time, I think with 11 lizards, you try to come in here, kill off a couple pigs first, maybe? I think you need more like 12 or 15 lizards to really effectively do that. 11 is bare minimum, yeah. Okay, I think this is a smart idea from Cold, though. He doesn't want to play a straight-up game. He's trying to be very, very mobile, really abuse the best trait of the lizards, you know, how fast they can run around. But the toads are here, man, and all it takes is a couple good hits, and that's basically going to be curtains for warp gates. And March Faster's playing this very nicely. Like, he's just playing standard, he's playing straight up, you know, good amount of tier 1, sprinkling in some tier 2. He's got an expansion, half saturated. This looks really good for March Faster. But Cold is coming in, and March is going to move back, but I don't know if he's going to get back in time. He will be able to defend the other base, but this one is certainly going to go down. I don't know. Let's see if Cold is going to commit. Nope, he's just going to grab a couple Warrens and get out of there. This is pretty nice for him. Like, anytime that March Faster tries to move out and deal some damage, Cold Warp Gates can just come in here and backstab with the lizards. And I think he was hoping to kind of juke in like that right there and get around, but he decided maybe he didn't have enough wiggle room there. Dude, Cold Warp Gates just wants to get this last Gristmill undefended, man. He's trying to find a path, and this could be it, to be honest. If March Faster doesn't move his units over to defend right now, he sees the lizards moving in. That water slowing him down a little bit, but Cold doesn't commit. I don't know. I think he could have had it there. It would have been very close. There's not a lot of pigs, you know, to help deal with these lizards. There's 17 of them, maybe, just maybe. They could have taken that Gristmill down before March's army was in the correct position to deal with these. I love this from Cold Warp Gates. This is exactly how you should be playing with lizards. Nice job that time. You know, Cold was trying to bait March to attack in, but March wised up, and... Dude, this is crazy. Cold trying to find an angle, but March is being very vigilant. He kind of has to. The win condition for Cold Warp Gates is basically catch your opponent's army out of position, and all this water right here really slowing down these lizards is helping nicely, but Cold he's got himself in a corner. Alright, March didn't pounce on it. I got worried for a second. I thought March was like moving in this way. Alright, Cold Warp Gate's still trying to look for an angle, and this time he finds it. March Faster's units are not at home. They're too far away to even come back. And March is just going to commit, but does March not know about the... Oh, he doesn't know about the Gristmill up top. He thinks he's about to win right here. So, nice calculation by March. Like, that would have worked. But he's going to be very sad that Cold Warp Gates has another Gristmill on the map. And Cold Warp Gates is going to take the game with some really great lizard control and a little bit of unique strategy there compared to what we normally see in the meta. Okay. Knock out a couple more. This is one of the matches from the Bizarre tournament that happened, I think, last weekend or the weekend before. I don't know. It happened pretty recently. I've got the VOD on my channel if you want to check that out. But the tournament had a bunch of bans and unit restrictions, and P-Boop wanted to show this game off tonight. So we've got one player from each team in the free-for-all here. We've got Lupera over in the red, Blue Coon in the blue, and Big Pimpatosh up top in the yellow. Blue Coon! Toad Pigeon! Oh my god. Toad Pigeon? What? Like, that just broke my brain. I don't even know what to think about that. Like, let me make sure that I heal my kamikaze units. Like, what? I'm so confused. Again, man, like, toads can be pretty silly in these kinds of situations. You build up a bunch of toads, you kind of blindside your opponent, run them into the Gristmill. Why does he have pigeons? I'm so confused, man. Artillery cannon coming down here for Lupera. And Toads Magodes otherwise here. Big Pimpatosh, I feel like, has the most scalability with this Badger that he's going to go straight for. Toad Pigeon. Why? And he's got the pigeons. Like, he's doing something. Maybe give him that extra little bit of health to get in there and get the connection. I don't know, man. I think maybe Blue Coon, maybe that was just a baller move from Blue Coon, right? He's like, dude, all I need is toads. I don't even need another unit. I'll just pick some pigeons, because why not? This is from when we were just messing around in 2v2. We randomed. Oh, okay. 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 That makes more sense. But it's still awesome. Okay, random decks coming out here. Random with 2. That's pretty bold. I'd love to see Blue Coon win here. It'd be so good. I don't know why he's building pigeons, man. You don't need them. Hey, Lupera's got squirrels, so he's got to be happy about that. Oh, God, I got excited. For some reason, I thought those were somebody else's toads. 2 badgers coming up. Dude, what are we even doing? What's even happening anymore? Who am I? Oh, a couple toad connections going off. Here comes a badger, ready to rock and roll, polar bear style. This artillery is gonna be nice. Or the badger's gonna get in on it and DPS it down very quickly. This might already be curtains for Lupera, man. Badger's pretty good. Blue Coon setting up. Dude, Blue Coon, just run those toads into his face, man. I gotta see it. I gotta see it happen. Come on, do it. Do it. I feel like Emperor Palpatine. Do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Blue Coon, you're my hero. Oh, okay. Who cares about those squirrels, man? Squirrels are baby units. Real men use toads. So many pigeons. Maybe you, like, fly the pigeons up front to buffer and take all the damage for you. Oh, just pivot, man, and kill that Gristmill. Do it! Do it! Oh my god. It's not gonna happen, is it? Blue Coon's got too much money. He's gotta go buy some things. Lupera's getting the work done, though. Denied that entire area that Blue Coon was trying to get established. Definitely dealt a lot of damage to Blue Coon, but this is just a fun game, so who cares? Really what we're here to see is some toads run into gristmills. Like, that's what needs to happen. That's what everybody wants. Alright, come on, Blue. I believe. I don't know. Tasha's got some toads too, man. Like, Tasha's got badger. That's too easy. We're on Team Blue Coon here with the toad pigeon. oh no, Blue! Your units are dying in the rally. Don't just blow your toads into his, man. Oh yeah, get away from that badger. It's not good for toads. All right, come on, man. Let's see some explosions. That's pretty decent for Blue there. Didn't lose too many toads. See, Tosh is just, like, there's a clock on this game that says Tosh wins eventually, because he's just going to get so many badgers. Alright, come on. 30 toads. That's a pretty good number. We're starting to get there. Oh. Blue Coon! Nice engagement there, but Tosh is not at home. He might be killing an opponent, but here we go! Yes! Very nice, and he's got enough toads left over to kill the other Gristmill. Blue Coon! Oh my god, Blue Coon. Yes! Nicely done. As much as I love you, Tosh, that was amazing. That's what we're here to see. Alright. Just gotta do it one more time. You know, Lupera's already kind of damaged from Big Pimpatosh coming in there and getting some work done earlier. Dude, look at these pigeons healing these toads up. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. Toad pigeon, best new meta. Toad pigeon meta, dude. You saw it here first. Oh my god. Do it! Do it. Just a couple more toads, you know what I'm saying? Get in there. Yeah! Blue Coon winning with Toad Pigeon. That was a lot of fun. Dude, that was so good. Those pigeons really helping heal those toads, man. It was amazing. Okay, alright, we got 3 more for you guys, and then we'll go over and give Saki the host-a-roni. I see his stream just popped up, so we'll try to run through these pretty quickly here. Oh, this is another bizarre tourney match. I don't know if it's actually from the tournament per se, or maybe the guys were just messing around with the custom rules. But over here on the left, we've got Tosh, and to the top, we've got Iris. Oh, I think I kind of remember this game, because Tosh was doing like a B stream while we were going on, and kind of in his first-person mode, because Tosh was in the tournament with P-Boop, my main man, my mod, that I forgot to tell I was doing a show tonight. So I can't be mad at him for not being here. But you guys in the chat are cool. Y'all don't need any mod. But I think, if I remember correctly, this might have been the game that I like tuned into in between while we were waiting on the main stage for the next match to finish up. So I'm interested to see this game, man. We got Lizard Mine against Toadboar here. That'd be Tor, you could say, or maybe Bode. It's got that Bode versus Line going on. Or what would be the other way to do it? Line or Mizzard? Nah, Line's cooler. We got Bode versus Mine. No, Bode versus Line. There we go. Bode, that doesn't make... Yeah, no, that's right. Is Bode or Tor cooler? I don't know, Tor's pretty cool. This is kind of rough for Iris here, aka Yope. You know, toads typically don't do that great against... I mean, lizards don't do that great against toads. And the boar has been thrown down. Has Iris seen it? He hasn't seen it just yet. He actually might not. Okay, he's coming back in here. He sees the boar. He sees the toads. These are not good things for lizards. And I think he even saw... He didn't quite get the expansion scout off there. Oh, P-Boop is here. This is the one that he submitted. Okay. Okay, the other game was nonsense. I'm sorry, man. I didn't realize Saki was doing a league match tonight. And I started the show earlier than I expected and kind of just grabbed some replays. Oh my god! Oh man, that's a beautiful sight. Are we gonna see toads kill more Gristmills? How many Gristmills have we seen toads kill tonight? 3 or 4? Like 3, no, yeah, 4. Because he killed 2 of Tasha's and then 2 of, Jira? Or I can't remember the other guy's name. I don't think I've seen him around. Alright, boar's almost here. We're getting close. Oh, the toads, the mines. Yeah, the toads are still fine. Whatever. Trying to get in here where he can is Iris. Doesn't get any damage on that time, unfortunately. Alright, man. Oh, come on, do it! Is 13 enough? Is 13 enough? Ah, oh, 13's totally enough! Oh, and a couple toads. Oh, and he's keeping the boar at home to defend against the lizard counterattack. Very, very smart. Nice play out of Tosh. Icing on the cake if he throws that bad boy in the water, man. There you go. There you go. I love it. Dude, we've seen 5 Gristmills go down to toads tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 13 toads did it, too. Man, poor Iris. Like, Lizard Mine's an interesting comp, but he just got hard countered, dude. You gotta keep in mind there's bans. There's like 4 units banned, probably like squirrels and moles and things like that. Nice job! This time Iris is able to get in there, get some damage done, but that's kind of the third base that Tosh isn't too worried about. He's got this nice saturated second over in the bottom. Oh my god, Iris trying to get out of here. The couple lizards manages to. I mean, keep in mind the toads are going to trade nicely with the lizards, but they might overkill, and obviously you lose your toads every time they blow up, so... Iris going to deny the space again. Is Iris aware? Oh, he doesn't know about the base down here. Tasha's just going to go for it, man. But Iris has a lot of Gristmills. And Tosh doesn't have all those Gristmills times 13 Toads. The Boar at home defending is not quite enough. He's gonna roast all these lizards, but the Gristmill still goes down. All right, here we go. Here we go, Gristmill number 6. Some good mines, but not enough. And Iris doesn't know where the oh, maybe he thought that was it. No, I think that was a building campfire. Okay, now he's like, all right, it's gotta be down here. Now he's gonna see this base. Ooh, all right, so actually, those Gristmills have to finish. Is Iris gonna be able to take this one down before those other Gristmills get up? It looks like he is. And Iris manages to take the game, in my opinion, up against the ropes. Definitely the underdog, at least as far as unit comps went. Nicely done. Some really good examples. The second really good example we've seen tonight of players utilizing lizards where they shine the most in that mobility and run around attacks. Like, all right, you know, you might have the comp to deal with my lizards, but I'm just not going to fight you in a head-on engagement. I'm going to run circles around you. Nicely done. 2v2, let's go. All right, guys. In the bottom, we've got Spirit Bear and the boss 22665. And up top, we've got WNDR and Corb Bubby. Pretty big map. Nice Gristmill coverage, a little bit better for blue and yellow. But green and red both have access to a second base, which is kind of my minimum, you know, for like a fair map. You know, as long as everybody can get that second base pretty reasonably, you can't complain too much about the map, for the most part. And these third bases here are kind of in the middle. They're a little bit favored, like maybe for yellow and blue, but at the same time, they might just this might just be hard for anybody to take, because you know, if yellow and blue try to take these third bases, there's this nice high ground here for green and red to siege down from. So this might be one of those matches where these are kind of like bait Gristmills. You know, yeah, they exist, but no one's ever really going to be able to get them. A little bit of scout mine, massive stealth style there from Spirit Bear. Oh wait, is this not? Wait, what? What's happening? Oh, this is a free-for-all. Ah! Dude, I fooled myself very, very nicely. Dude, didn't this look like a 2v2? Come on, man. Alright, this is a free-for-all. That changes everything. But still, I think my map analysis kind of reigns true. As far as free-for-all maps go, this one is pretty even. Again, everybody getting that second base, and these third bases, I really don't think they're going to get taken. If somebody does manage to take one of these bases, they've kind of got so much momentum and so much control of the map, they're probably just going to win the game anyways. All right. How long has it been since I've mistaken a free-for-all for a 2v2? I've done it a few times, but it's been a little while, all right? Hey, Miss Clicker, what's going on, man? It's always good to see you, dude. You gotta hit me up with some replays, man. I need some liquor in my life. Yeah, definitely check out Miss Clicker's channel, guys. If you haven't seen it, he's a variety streamer, but he plays Tooth and Tail pretty often, and he's been in the scene basically since the beginning, as far as I remember. Okay. I don't even know what's happening in this game, you guys. What's going on here? We got green. He's hanging out. He's doing pretty good. The boss. He's got nice economic advantage, but a pretty basic army thus far. Yellow's looking pretty good too. He's got nice macro going on. We're kind of getting to everybody saturating up those second bases. Green and yellow getting there a little bit earlier, but blue and yellow are looking to have the best compositions at the moment. You know, having these owls out is very nice. I love these turrets as well. You know, this makes these very hard to claim Gristmill I've been talking about a little bit easier here for Corvin Bubby. I love to see him like throw a turret or two on this high ground. Oh man, especially up there. That'd be so good. But he's kind of dealing with one front at a time. This might be the boss's opportunity to kind of backstab him, but then I guess the boss would leave himself open to getting backstabbed this way. You know, as far as free-for-all maps go, I feel like this one's pretty good. And if Bubby is able to keep this third base alive, he wins on paper. Like, he's going to have more money than everybody else. This owl coming in and going down, that is not good for Mr. WNDR over here. Hey, see you later, Big Pipitosh. Always a pleasure, man. I know it's super late for you European guys. Dude, it's gotta be rough, man, for you European guys. Because it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. Is it that late? Isn't it like a 6-hour difference? So it's like, yeah, it's like 2 in the morning. But we have Tooth and Tail League about to happen, but you guys can always watch it when you wake up. Artillery cannon galore here, as yellow and blue are kind of poking at one another. Everybody's starting to turtle up a little bit, but again, if everybody turtles, Bubby was able to successfully take that 3rd base, and that's going to be very, very nice for him moving forward. The boss does have the Badger. Ah, beautiful job down here by Spirit Bear, putting this artillery cannon in range, using that balloon to give it vision. He's got the lizards to cover it. The boss thought he was being sneaky with that ferret, but not quite. Dude, absolute carnage all over the map here. Several ferrets going on from WNDR. That artillery cannon was in range to take out the Gristmill as well. Damn, I always underestimate the range on those things. Nicely done from Spirit Bear. He's looking to be in pretty good shape, but he's getting backstabbed by the boss as his units are a little bit out of position. That Gristmill goes down, but that's not really the super important Gristmill. Like, Spirit Bear took out the expansion Gristmill, where the boss only got the main, which is kind of on its way out anyways. Meanwhile, yellow and blue are constantly going back and forth. So many shells. I love all the ferrets here, but they're not going to perform super well against owls and falcons. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Spirit Bear looking to get a kill, but he backs out just in time. He needs to be careful of this Badger coming on. If that Badger gets a rev up, that could be deadly. But Spirit Bear's kind of got some nice anti-Badger repellent spray here with all these lizards, all these snakes. If you can focus fire that down immediately, he'll be in a pretty good spot. The Commander's going to die as well, which means the Badger is on his way out. And that was very nice for Spirit Bear. You know, that the snakes really, really kill a Commander quickly. We'll stack that poison on the Commander. And of course, especially when you have units like the Badger, Commander goes down, you lose everything. Surprisingly, WNDR is doing a ton of damage here. He's starting to break the ranks of his opponent on a worse economy with maybe a worse composition. Spirit Bear and the boss kind of going neck and neck. But Spirit Bear still is farming, and the boss isn't. This is kind of the boss's last hurrah. He's not going to win this engagement, but he's going to deal some nice damage to Spirit Bear here, make it tough for him to come back into this game. Meanwhile, the ferrets are getting the work done they want. They've got the 3rd base. They've almost got that 2nd base as well. But again, man, owls and falcons versus ferrets. Old Corn Bubby here is going to get in there and get it done. Meanwhile, the boss is knocked out of the game. Spirit Bear looking to take some new position. Looking to get a new base here, where his opponent once was. Spirit Bear needs to attack in and kill the boss. Or, I'm sorry, kill Corn Bubby as he's out of position, but he doesn't necessarily know that. He's just trying to hang on. And blue is eliminated by Mr. Corn Bubby. Corbin Bubby. Bleh. 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 Alright, nice defensive layout here from Spirit Bear. I'd argue he could kind of sell off these back things and move them forward, perhaps. But, you know, Corn Bubby's... yeah, Corn Bubby's got the better army, I feel like. But again, we have the mobility here of the lizards. And Corn Bubby's army wasn't completely in position, so the lizards were able to get in there and deal a lot of damage to those falcons. They trade out for it. The rest of the army actually goes down as well. Is the defense enough here? Now, this Artie Cannon will be able to defend this area pretty... I can't believe the range on that thing, man. That's so sick. It complements so nicely with this balloon, too, giving it the vision that it needs. Dude, we're down to starvation. Spirit Bear with just a couple farms left. Corn Bubby's starving out. He needs to sell something off. He needs to get another farm going. He's actually got a couple farms back here that are untouched. That'd be a perfect farm to take. Alright, man. Again, man, these 2 owls. 2 owl, 4 falcons, pretty good. But really, Spirit Bear is just looking for that angle, as we've seen Lizard players do often tonight. You know, wait for Corn Bubby here to move out with his more powerful army and then sneak around and flank him. Nice job. Oh, he doesn't quite get that Gristmill. Or we're starting to drag out a little bit. What do I have, like 1 or 2 more? Ooh, can Spirit Bear finish him off? I don't know, those owls. Oh, he gets the owls. All right, that should be game. Nicely done. Those snakes doing very good against the tier 3. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Okay, last game, and we will check out some TNT League. In the top, we have Mr. Mishi, and his opponent to the right, Jacoby. All right, Mishi's running one of my favorite playstyles against very, very meta deck coming out from Jacoby here. Squirrel, Toad, Pigeon, Mole is great. All those units are very strong. You can do a very strong tier 1 push, kind of utilizing the strengths of all of them. Back that up with the Skunk, and then you've got the Falcon to scale into the late game. In the current meta, it is a little difficult to get the tier 3 units out, so I actually don't mind decks like Jacoby less than I usually do. Because it can be, just in this very, very aggro meta, it can be hard to get that tier 3 Warren. So 8 farm double from both players so far. The map looks better for Mishi by a lot. He's got the campfire here. He's got 2 Gristmills. Meanwhile, Jacoby does have a campfire, which is nice. And I guess he can start making his way downtown here in the south. And try to take that area over. But this is especially great for Mishi because this turret, ferret, fox style that he's trying to go for this game is gonna kind of be complemented by all these Gristmills that are right outside of Jacoby's area. You know, imagine if Mishi takes this campfire, can start setting up some turrets here, can poke in with the ferrets and fox and be safe. That would be very good. Fox Warren on the way for Mishi. Let's see if Jacoby gets the scout. He doesn't just yet. Very nicely timed Fox Warren. He went about 3 or 4 tier 1 into it. So it's still it's an early Fox for sure. But Jacoby didn't scout it, and that could be very, very bad. But because typically what you want to do, like this composition that Jacoby has is perfectly fine against what Mishi's doing, but he needed to know about this tier 3 Warren, because what you do is you basically like immediately take a Gristmill, build a ton of farms, like fully saturate it, because you know you've got a couple minutes before your opponent attacks. They're gonna wait for that fox, so you go super, super hard macro, and then you just kind of overwhelm the fox with a ridiculous amount of tier 1, because it's like 1 base to 2. And yeah, the fox, like nothing in Jacoby's army is good against the fox, but if you got a ton of it, you know what I'm saying, then it can be nice. But Jacoby did not get the scout off, and I think that's partially due, you know, that's not just good luck for Mishi. Mishi set up his front line very, very far forward, but Jacoby's going to try to bust through this anyways. Mishi wants to try to delay this fight as much as he can, but he kind of realizes he's not going to get that fox up in time. Get some nice hits on those skunks. The toads aren't as good at taking out the tier 2 as they used to be. But yeah, I think it was really smart for Mishi for going for a fast fox build to kind of set up his front a little bit further forward, so it was hard for Jacoby to get in there and really scout what's going on in the nooks and crannies of the main base. But Jacoby's keeping this pressure on. These turrets are working nicely thus far, and here comes the fox. And Jacoby cannot be happy about that. Mishi's gonna put the pressure on. And again, this is, in theory, Mishi should just win from here. Like, Jacoby did not see the tier 3 coming, so therefore he was not able to do the correct response of just like macroing up super, super hard, or, you know, if you happen to have things like lizards, snakes, balloons, etc. that do nicely against the fox, you know, get those going. Yeah, with some good control though, this should be nice for Mishi. You know, he's on the same economy here, and he's got a similar amount of tier 1 plus the fox. Jacoby's really trying to keep the pressure on. He knows the longer that this goes on, the worse and worse it's going to get, as it's going to be the more free units that the Fox is able to kill. And this is a nice stream of Tier 1, but it's not the overwhelming stream of Tier 1 that Jacoby would have had if he had scouted the Fox and built a bunch of macro. Now, Mishi's still got to work for this. It isn't an auto win or anything like that, but he's got some good control. He needs to be careful. This Fox is getting pretty low, but he's got all this water here to help heal it up. But Jacoby doesn't have anything quick. Like, Swift is really, really good against Fox, for example. Things like Lizards and the Wolf buff. So without those kinds of things... Oh, 1 HP, though! He needs to get out of here! Oh my god, Mishi, you're a madman. Quit pretending Fox is a high school unit, Del. Alright, guys. Nicely done by Mishi there. I chalk it up a little bit to the lack of scouting, or the... Well, it's hard to say lack of scouting from Jacoby, because I feel like the way that Mishi put his base together really helped him out as well. Alright, guys. That is it. We did a quick little stream, trying not to overlap too much with Mr. Sakio, so let's go say hi to him. You're all a bunch of beautiful nerds. I'll try to do another show here shortly. I have a ton of replays to get through. So thank you very much, everybody who submitted. Keep them coming, and maybe I'll do another show in a week or two. So have a good weekend, guys, and let's go check out some Tooth and Tail League. Say woof in the raid. Later.